Hey guys, Z here. Today I'm bringing you a build that I made inspired by the Isle of the Midnight Sun challenge. Now, this is basically for people who want to play that challenge. It's a pool it's basically a huge giant pool and jungle with a tiny island in the middle of it, and a huge waterfall, and yeah, um, you'll see that coming up. Um, Here I'm starting to build the waterfall. Um, yeah, and it's pretty big, and um, I don't know, I did my best. That's all I can say for it. You'll see it. There's gonna be a little island in the middle. Usually it's just a 10 by 10 square lot, but I have things poking out of it. It looks more like a little island. It has a little peninsula, but I tried to make the extra space as unusable as I possibly could. Right now I'm trying to make an organic shape with the pool and the actual, build for the waterfall. I'm trying to make it a little bit more organic. There's some really spiky corners, and I spend a whole lot of time fixing that. I moved the island over a little bit closer to the waterfall. And here I am building off of it to make it look a little bit more natural. Yeah, and I actually, before this build, didn't know that you could here I'm placing in making sure I have a 10 by 10 square, but before this build I didn't know that you could use the control button to add and remove pool pieces. Here I'm making the little peninsula. It's like a cute little thing. I add one to the actual rest of the pool. I add in some little coves and things like that. I work on this pool a lot, and I'm really proud of what I came up with. This build was 99% landscaping, and I'm kind of like, I was kind of so fed up with myself for having chosen to do this. Yeah, because you know me, I'm not the best at landscaping, but I digress. Here I'm putting in, like, yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Here I'm putting in, just making it more organically shaped, as I said before. There's some little coves and things like that. I make sure a lot of the corners are more rounded looking than they had been before. I just think it looks a lot better. I thought about going with this green water for a little while, but I decided against it and went with the crystally blue color that you get with and in here I'm adding some sand, and I'll go in and I'll paint some green in there, but yeah, I just, and like, I thought about it, and I really didn't even need to do the green in there, because basically with this challenge you just sit around on the island, you don't leave it, and it's not really about looking at the island and everything from the outside. You really want to have the lot blocked off so nobody can go onto it and bother your sim. I'm starting in the vegetation. I build the wall around it with one of the hedge tools because I figured that would give it a more natural look. You wouldn't see like this brick wall in the background and stuff like that. I'm just trying to really fill it up with vegetation, and with the amount of vegetation in this build and everything, the build actually comes to over 221,000, but that's okay, because you basically don't have to pay bills in this challenge, because they're the only things that you're not, I don't really think you're gonna be using the I think you don't use the stove and stuff like that. I think you're not supposed to use the stove. You can only use like a grill and stuff like that. Um, and I come up to this part where I start having a lot of trouble trying to get the testing cheats on, and then I figured it out that I had to actually go in and have a sim, I guess. I hadn't actually known that before. You have to have a sim on the lot to have testing cheats enabled, and I cut out that part, so you guys get to miss me going insane. Um, these are like little pools for the water to flow out of. I figure there's a spring at the top and it just flows down into the pool and everything. Um, and a lot of it's cut out. It's just mainly me placing stuff, so honestly, you're not missing that much. Um, I'm just spending time placing everything. Um, there might be some loading issues because there's so much vegetation and everything everywhere in this build. It's just everywhere, and I know that can make some builds harder to load. Um, I hope you don't have that problem. I haven't really player tested this other than the fishing hole, and I think it might need to be moved a little. The little fishing sign that I put in, I think it might need to be moved in closer to the inland, on the little island, because I had some difficulty with getting the sim to keep fishing. She would start fishing, but she wouldn't keep on fishing. And here we're coming to screenshots, some waterfall shots. There's a little shot of the island, and you can see the plane in the background. There's some above views. There's really not much to this, but if you are playing the challenge, I hope you use it. Please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and have a nice day.